Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just tripping on day. Dreams got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Lock in, mask up, game on, let's go. Minnesota Airsoft Association, call your hits, feel the elevation. Snow or sun, we're running every nation. Minnesota Airsoft Association. The warehouse doors, green gas clouds and scattered mags on the floor. Friends then foes, the second the horn blows, we rush, reload, that's how the story goes. Minnesota Airsoft Association, call your hits, feel the elevation. Oh yeah, squad up strong, this is dedication. Minnesota Airsoft Association.
Good evening, Airsofters. Welcome to our Wednesday live stream, which still doesn't have an official name, even though Vulture, I see that you're trying. I see that you're trying to manifest your own destiny here. We are here tonight with Cobra Alex.
What's up, guys?
David from Project Echo Airsoft.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mom. And I'm Gabe from the Minnesota Airsoft Association. We're trying something a little different tonight. So some of you might see us on our traditional live stream. Some of you might be seeing us on our new Vert. We're trying this out. They're two different. We're broadcasting basically in two different locations tonight. We're trying it to get a little more exposure. We're trying this just because we want to understand what's possible for future streams. Maybe what gets us the most views, the most interaction. So we'll see. And so depending on where you're joining us from, if you're new, welcome. We are a stream out of Minnesota, but we cover a lot of Midwestern topics for Airsoft. So welcome, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and please be engaged. If you have anything you'd like to ask us or comment on or ridicule, we're open to it all.
Yep. Feel free to like and subscribe.
And comment.
Feel free to.
And comment.
And comment. Yes, we actually want the interaction.
Best comment gets something free.
Our undying love. Devotion.
You tell them after the fact. What are you doing? You're turning into Alex, giving away the trade secrets.
No, but for me, I really can't. I can't actually commit to either of those two things. I'm not sure if I'm capable of those two things. So
that's a very good,
Yeah.
That's a cool patch. He's wearing his slim tack.
He's wearing a slim tack. Slim, do you know about Hub City Slaps?
Mine's on my patch wall, and I was attacked by somebody as I was leaving. Like, hey, you don't have patches from my field yet.
Really? Who was that? Was that Crossfire?
Yeah.
This is one of my 6 patch walls, and there you are, Slim. Underneath the giant Nightshade patch, which I'll say, your patch is almost that big, sir. Where did you get them made? We should talk about Hub City Slaps and some other things.
Oh, definitely.
Give you some stickers. I think stickers are... I'm actually in a real sticker mood. I just ordered 3 more series of stickers that have nothing to do with anything we normally talk about. And then I'd have 3 designs for Airtism that are not rockers. But I don't have them anywhere where I can share them, so. But I'm making them for stickers. They are multicolored. They are kind of funny. So anyway, welcome to our stream. As we always do, we start off with kind of our local events heads up. We do a 2 weeks warning and then 2 weeks notice, and game reminders. And here's for both of them. Nothing's really going on. It's all about open sessions right now. For the next, well, actually, this coming weekend will be open sessions. And then when we get to August, and I just filmed the August, and they're honest, August weekly rundowns and monthly rundown. Then we get our larger games, our monthly games back. But this coming weekend, just open sessions. So
this weekend and next weekend are just open sessions.
Let me check.
Next weekend is TCA, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard for me to realize. So
Or
like it's
Twin
the 22nd
Cities.
today. Yeah. So
Sorry.
This weekend is the 24th, 25th, but then the next weekend we are in August, right? So is that right? There are 5 weekends in August, so we get more weekends in August, but yeah.
They had stickers for batteries not included, Vulture.
And patches. They were pretty cool. You missed them.
They had patches?
Yeah.
Crap, I didn't grab them either.
And
They weren't handed out. We were working. I was working. I don't know what the hell. I was working.
There was patches.
I was eating a Snickers.
Yeah, you needed one. You weren't acting like yourself.
No, because I get all, steamed out.
Fancy in the pantsy.
You didn't bring your umbrella, though. I was kind of disappointed.
Because there's too much shade there. I did bring my umbrella.
Except the fact that
umbrella.
there was too much shade until I had to put up the canopy tent because my ginger neck was just getting
You picked the one spot where the sun could break through.
Yeah. You actually ended up in one of those spots. Couple comments already. Southern Minnesota Airsoft Fluffer stream. Oh, you didn't say Fluffer.
Ooh.
It should be Fluffer. This is not a kids friendly, but also, come on. Also, Gabe's feet on live stream will get views. Whose pictures?
The Minnesota Southern Airsoft guys. Looks like they had
Oh, yeah.
some pretty good. Looked like you
And we
guys
are-
had a really good turnout. I'm excited to see you
Minnesota
guys.
Southern Airsoft. Hey, Marshall, you need
We're
to
actually
change
gonna
the name
talk
now.
about them. Yeah, maybe he needs to go to a more
Minnesota Southern Airsoft.
Sam's Minnesota Southern Airsoft Field
Association.
We can workshop that. That is on
Workshop.
our list of things. Do we want to talk about? Well, let's talk with batteries not included.
Yeah.
Let's do BNI first. Because you got all three of us. You got the guy who was
the AAR went live at 5:45.
Oh yeah, we
This
did.
afternoon?
We did.
Yep. So I dropped our video from there. Apparently, being that I wasn't here streaming, Land of Dave, new field name. Yes. You should call it Land of Echo.
Land of Echoes. Land of Echoes could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, but then I'd be concerned that that's where he's going to try to bury me at. We'll have a conversation after gag.
Well, I was going to say, we'll see what happens after Fall Gag, because there might be some.
No, what was I saying? I don't know. Oh, yes.
About the live stream.
It wouldn't let me download, because normally when we record here, I'm recording as we're filming, so I can just immediately upload. I had to wait for YouTube to fully process the video before I could download it, and that didn't happen until yesterday afternoon.
That's crazy.
And then when I got home, well, because we were
how long was it? Because you were
26
on and off
minutes.
all day.
Yeah, no, and I only uploaded just the AAR. I didn't download and I'm going to probably the other ones, but the other ones were hours long, so downloading it's going to take. Well, I got gigabits, so I'm not worried there. But
my brain dumps. I actually plug my phone into my computer and do a direct download because I can't wait for the sync to happen from Google.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, it didn't happen until yesterday afternoon. I was going to download them last night and upload them, and then I may or may not have sat down on my couch and just fell asleep because I actually had to work.
That'll happen too. That'll happen.
Old age.
Is it like downloading an app for like your phone? Like,
it's much bigger, so it takes way longer. So like,
I know how to do that.
Our 21 minute video, or 20 whatever minute, to upload back to YouTube in 4K was 1.5 gigs.
Yeah, my brain dump download from my phone to my computer was 15 gigs.
Yeah.
And then I compressed it down to 2 gigs.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I after I said it and I looked in your face and I realized it was nothing. Okay, we're going to talk about Batteries Not Included 7. So again, for those of you who don't know, Batteries Not Included is a series of games where you cannot use AEGs, you cannot use traditional HPA guns. It's your GBBs, it's your AEPs, it's your gas shotguns, gas or spring sniper rifles. It's your non-traditional guns. This was the 7th one that Reckon, who is a very experienced player, OG MAA member. It's his series of games. He runs them at Crossfire Airsoft in Clearwater, Minnesota, and they are almost always on Sundays. Which I
played it.
And Alex played it. I refed it. I always ref. And David was also present, kind of in the staging, which I will say once again, I think the development of what we have started to do this year between the three of us, and this is not a pat on our back, this is more of a, okay, it is a pat on our back. I don't know how people run games without us. Now, that's a little egotistical. I'm going to say that.
Tell you how they do it.
But, I mean, you need someone in staging to handle new people showing up. If all your staff is on field running the game once the game starts, what do you do about people just showing up? You need refs. You 100% need dedicated refs. I will die on this hill. Alex, how do you feel about player refs?
Hate them.
Alex hates them. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan. I'm fine with players having the escalated authority to say, I got to step out of this game because I'm seeing something happen. But like, they're also players. They're there to play. I want them to play.
I keep calling them player advisor or game advisors. They're they're there. They know most of the rules. They have the ear of the refs or the game masters, and if something happens, they can step in and help where need be.
And I think we've also had some games this year where there's been a channel that commanders of teams have had with the game organizers / refs. That is both good and bad. I think you need a dedicated game channel, and then you can have an administrative channel, because we've now had a couple of games where I've been like, blue team is getting ready to attack, and because of the way the channel's been shared, red team knew that was coming, and they're technically competing. This wasn't the commanders were cool, making sure that there was some collaboration if there were problems, but they didn't need to know that things were happening. So all this is to step back and say, dedicated refs, dedicated staging area staff, and refs versus game staff is also a thing. I know other games run lean and they are successful in the sense that generally people enjoy them. If you have attended a game where Alex, David, and I have been a part of the game staff, and you have attended a game that similar series of game or similar type of game at that field previous years, did they run better this year with more staff, or are my red short shorts too distracting? Is Alex yelling blind man for a fire distracting? Is wanting to shoot at David distracting you from the game?
It may be because they're in staging too, so that would technically break the rules. Why do you think I stay at staging? Because Slim Tack is on the field.
Vulture asked what I used for that game. I used, I don't know if I should go back up. It says Tokyo Marui, Breacher, and Shotgun. So I used this the whole game. I was going to use a pistol, but I don't know. Didn't feel like it. But she did good. I liked it. I like this a lot. Yeah. Other than that, it was a fun game. I really enjoyed it. I mean,
it was hot.
It was hot. I gassed out like I always do.
There were 5 GBBRs of mixed manufacturer. There was 1 Saiga 12. There were a lot of other just regular gas shotguns. A Slim Tack Airsoft is the only one who ran what I would argue was a sniper rifle, and then everyone else ran pistols.
I thought there was a couple Springer snipers, wasn't there?
Well, there was gonna be mine, but
except it was shooting 3.2 joules. I actually don't know that they actually kept. I don't think they actually got play, Alex. And here's the other thing that I'll say. So this game is traditionally very low attendance, and I don't know if that's because it's a Sunday. I don't think it's because it's Crossfire, because I think Crossfire is an awesome field, which Alex we can spin out about in a second. The game format, I said this in our after action report, we talk about hey, you GBBR users, why aren't you at this game? It's the game for you. I think maybe some people were like, well, I don't have a GBBR, so I shouldn't go. There were guys, again, literally running around with pistols. There was one guy, shout out to, I'm going to call him Papa Yacht Club.
Papa Yacht Club.
Yeah, who just ran, I think, an AAP all day, and he was dominating. 3 mags, maybe total, 3 spares in what he had in his gun, because he was able to move. He was able to grab things. He was he didn't have a bunch of gear. He was running lean on a hot, oppressive day. So I don't know what this game, on Sunday, July 19th, had 20 to 22 people. That's kind of that. I mean, I think we've gotten to maybe 30 once. I don't think we got to 30. I think we got to 27. I think that's pretty sad attendance for an awesome game at an awesome field. The day is not ideal. I get that. But the format is so cool. And it's at a great field. Crossfire is a fantastic field. I don't understand and I saw someone's like, you guys need to promote the next one more. And I'm like, I don't literally know what we could have done.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will jump in. Mr. Matt Baby says it's hard to play when celebrities on the level of Jet the Desert Fox are there. He's over on the Verge.
Gotta be.
I mean, I get it. I know you're talking about Alex. And I mean, when you're talking about Alex and then you see him crash out and burn, and your whole image of him, just that pedestal, he doesn't just fall off, he jumps off that pedestal and he destroys that image of how cool you thought he was.
We had a group of 25 people that showed up and saw me on stage and was like, "Oh, I can't be on the same field as you. It's just I can't be in that level. Like I'm not there yet." And they left. I'm sorry.
In fact, they did this. They were like, the brightness.
No, they got autographs first and then left.
That's what they really wanted.
That's all they wanted.
Don't sign autographs. Lesson learned. Don't sign autographs till the end of the game. Don't throw your panties into the crowd until the end of the concert. I learned that.
Back to Crossfire, though.
We're definitely not Chris Brown.
I really think Crossfire is a great field. I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I think that's a perfect field for BNI and everything else. I mean, it's a great field. I don't know how many more times I can say it's a great field.
Verbalize.
The only other thing I could think of is if you were to go, the only other thing that I think would be doing something like a champion on one of the paintball areas would be the only other.
It takes a couple of the fields from Champion's point of view.
But other than that, yes, Crossfire is the best option for.
And honestly, I actually think we could have run this at Champion just in a smaller zone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the one thing I'll say against Crossfire for 18 people. 20. I'll say 20. I'll just use the word. I
thought it was 21 or 22.
Let's just call it 20. Let's just call it 20. 7? For 20 people, that field is too big.
Yeah.
Like what we actually experienced at Crossfire is because there were only 20 players there, one guy could flank around and demolish the other team.
Yeah,
or really
in the right
that's like every time you guys
100%.
You guys would radio me and go, "Hey, I think somebody's leaving," but I'm like, "No, they're not leaving. They're flanking."
They're flanking, and because there were so few people, you couldn't have a big defense team. And this is part of the game, right? And I've said this, and I'm going to keep leaking this because I think this is a good thing. Like there is a base destruction portion of the game. You're collecting things, and then there's a destroy aspects of the base, and you can steal stuff from the other base and blah 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 blah. It's one of those things that I think the most successful games, people hit it right away. So if you're the experience, batteries not included, or BNI for abbreviation, so we'll start calling it that. The experienced players are like, let's just go hit the base right now, because no one's expecting it. And that happened on Sunday. And it was one of those things that happened so fast that it was almost impossible after it happened, because then the other team was like, well, we're not going to let this happen to us, to recreate. So one team, yellow, got into blue team's base with 3 guys, I think, and destroyed everything. And that point scale tipped the balance for the entire day from a collection and delivery. So you had to collect some boxes and then deliver them on different points of the field that had different point values. No matter how much happened in that, and that was pretty even. I think there was what did Reckon say, 80 points difference in the delivery. So not much in the grand scheme of things, but the destruction of the enemy base, which did actually happen more than once. But the first attack did almost all the damage that it needed to do. Then after the lunch break, they did it again. That's what I'm saying. Like it happens quick. If you can't get that done, it's very difficult. And by the time the yellow team was like, we got to hit the blue team was like, we have to hit the yellow base. Yellow knew they had enough points to basically just sit on their base and defend it. So when they finally did come through, it was the worst kind of fight in the world. It was evenly matched. In fact, it was worse because they were you were part of the attacking team, Alex. You tried twice, right? You tried with a small group, and then you tried to come with. Did you try to come with the larger group when they did the technical with the grenades?
Me and another guy. That was that first time that you were standing there.
Which was after break, right?
I don't know, but that was like our one opportunity that we could have got in for a little bit if we had more guys. But we got rocked. And then the second time we came in and tried to do it. I think I was just laughing at one of the parts. Is like to score points on this game, you had to take a wagon and put a bunch of boxes in it and take it to a checkpoint. It was funny because you can like hear the wagon a mile away. Like if you you can like hear it.
I was hearing them pull the wagon from staging, and I'm like, oh,
Like,
someone
you
got
could
the
just
wagon
hear it.
out.
You
No,
could just hear it a mile away, and you're like, "Oh, they're getting points!" And you would chase down
the squeaky wheels. Here's a hot take, and I said this to the yellow team actually. Oh no, it was it doesn't matter. I think it was yellow team. It took up more people, but you could actually pick that wagon up between two players, and it would have been silent.
I didn't even think about that.
Speaking of noise,
Next time, guys, bring paracord.
Yeah,
and build a rigging system.
Did anybody get scared the first time Franklin decided to shoot off his launcher?
No, I mean, there were some questions from the players, like, what is that? And I was like, that's Franklin shooting off his launcher and his whistler and the whistlers. But I actually thought it was cool because for a little period of time there, it actually sounded like there was some mortars coming in. Yeah. In fact, there was a part of me that was just like, we should just have him shoot them into the air randomly at points in the field and see what happens. But
then he
would have lost those for sure.
We were all had a conversation about what would happen and how far could he get it and how long would that thing whistle if he shot it straight up in the air. And I'm like, maybe not the safest.
Technically not endorsed. Yeah, technically not endorsed by the field.
So. Right, and that's kind of what I told him. That then he smartened up and stopped suggesting it. But no, I'm sorry.
I maybe
he asked about 4 more times.
I would have sent someone to city and then like from staging been like, okay, shoot it now, and just what? Oh, it's coming. Yeah, that would have, and we could have got some videos. Oh, poop. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was probably a missed opportunity. But
oh well.
We will try it. We will try it maybe at Gag and have them bring them like during lunch or something.
Just pop them. Yeah, we could totally just pop them and see what kind of
see if we can make it from one fob to the other.
Yeah, no, no. I wonder even if I don't know if you can break the canopy from either side to get to anywhere past.
Well, you could on the south fob or the one fob down by containers. That's wide open.
Yeah, the more Hamburger Hill.
I just don't know if it would.
I don't think it would get past town.
No, probably not. But and again, or a good thing but again, we may just have to try it when we're at, because I'm going to have his launcher and I'm going to have him send some whistlers just for fun.
Yeah.
Even though might be getting on with Alex, you for an order.
If Mirror Tactic for what? Oh, for what kind? What?
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me what to buy.
Oh, yeah. It literally, Alex from Mirror said he's got his order in, so I need to send the numbers I want so he can send me an invoice. So I got to do that in the next couple days. But I'm not, again, you can't use those at Twin Cities Airsoft, so you can.
No, but I'm going to grab his launcher from him at Drug Wars, because I have it at Starburst.
Oh, sure.
So Drug Wars is the first weekend, and then we go. What about doing?
So the thing that's funny. So Slim said, "Why don't we try it at Legends or just generally at Champion Valley?" When I did our first sleeve test at the speedball course, I actually think that worked out really great. I think we could have shot them farther than that field, but I think that's a really good test for people to see what both the Havoc launcher with the tag and adapter sleeve and the tag and ML36 is capable of, because they are dope launchers comparatively. And when you compare them to like using Nerf footballs or tennis balls, you realize, oh, yes, these are safer, but they're not as cool.
I feel like that the Havoc is just an air dump, like has more power behind it.
Oh yeah. In fact, one could argue the sleeve that Bok Labs Alex made, it's too much air. It's coming out of the Havoc. The ML36 is purpose driven, whereas the Havoc is purpose driven for tennis balls and Nerf rockets. So it has a lot more air going because it's used to a bigger round that maybe is a little more stuck. And if you don't know, the Metadyne Havoc, which is a great launcher, is an air hog.
Did I tell you about the
13 CI,
Franklin
you're getting like 8.
dirt to
I
dirt
feel like
moment?
it's the same thing as the Nova. I feel like they're using the same. Just
yes. Well, I actually, because you can tune the Nova, I think that you can get more air efficiency out of it.
Well, it's 300 psi dumping out, regardless.
I mean, you can tune. No, you can tune under 300.
I can. Nobody else can, unless you have a different regulator. Because I've got an
regulators.
External.
Mount up. I thought because you have to hit the button,
Cool
you don't have to go all the way.
Cool,
yeah. The button you can actually, you can charge the button for.
You can set the button to not go high. Anyway,
yes.
Clearly we're not talking about batteries not included anymore. So there was our first chaos tangent, but it's a good chaos tangent. And all this to say, we weren't talking about doing a launcher clinic. Maybe we'll do something.
So you want to hear Franklin's "I'm a blonde" dirt to dirt moment with that?
Please.
He video messages me and he goes, "Dude, this thing doesn't work. You can't put it with the breech." With the breech, the sleeve. He's like, look, I put it in there and I try to close it doesn't close. I was like, how about you unscrew the barrel and put it in and then screw it to your. Oh,
Franklin's not here, is he?
No, he's working. They sent him out of town for 3 days. So he
don't tell him this.
He may be. Oh, you did it too?
I've done that before too. I was like, why won't this go in after I took it out? So it has happened to me once.
Hey, so we're not going to say anything. We're going to find out if he actually watches the streams after the fact, the ones he doesn't catch.
Yep.
Nobody send this to him. This is a test. This is only a test.
Exists. He doesn't know that these streams happen.
He doesn't.
Not true.
He's probably meta-manning it up in his hotel room right now because he had to go get batteries. I was trying to figure out. And back to Vulture's thing. Vulture, I am going to, if we attempt to do this, I believe I am going to attempt to embed both chats on the screen of at least the mainstream. So it's on the screen.
And this is, if any of you do streaming and you have any advice for us or any input, maybe we just go to Verts. Like we're trying this out to see what it is. We're trying to leverage the opportunity here to get more viewers. We do realize that for our regular crowd now you're split. Maybe you have 2 tabs open, or if you have multi screens, you're watching us on 2 screens, which I actually think is worth it. You get double the sexy for the same price.
Double the chats.
I might also look into just recording the standard, and we go live on the Vert.
Oh,
well, look at that guy, Joel.
Who's here? Old Joel Bukowski. Hey, we missed you at Batteries Not Included.
Yeah, where were you?
Yes, Tyler, that is
correct. Joel, where were you?
Yes, Tyler, we are doing both our regular stream and as a Vert, and you happen to be in the Vert side, so it's a live stream inception, Marine. Yeah, what's real? One of these is AI generated. Can you tell which one? That was me doing a fake kick.
No, I might look into seeing if we can. I see double tabs. It is. Yes.
I'll just say.
I might look into being able to go live in the Vert and record the portrait, and then we'll just upload that.
Yeah, and I will also say, if you're not experienced, don't take 2 tabs at once.
Oh, damn.
I do that thing where I grab a tab and I pull it to one side and it opens up. And
Wrong tabs.
Oh, I should have 2 computers?
No.
I'll just get 3 computers. Different.
Okay.
If anybody wants to explain my joke to Cobra Alex, feel free to do so in the chat. Again, for anyone joining, we are on 2 different streams tonight. If you are new, welcome to our unnamed, and maybe that's maybe that's what it should be.
The unnamed podcast.
Name the stream.
The nameless stream.
That would almost be like the unsubscribed podcast, the unnamed podcast. Cheap shout out. Maybe the algorithm will.
I'm trying to look for stuff in my
Hey,
room.
I even decided to try a few things, and there may be some extra tags in our description today. So, or maybe some bigger airsoft companies.
Jimothy.
Jimothy.
Oh, we should. Man, why aren't we hashtagging Jimothy in this? Damn it. Do it. Hashtag Jimothy. If you don't know what Jimothy is, I don't even know. You're not as cool and hip as me. That's all.
I don't know who that is.
I stand by my previous statement. Hey, since Husaria still here? He is. Hey guys, so you might have seen some updates recently. Sorry, I'm putting something away. From our friends at Southern Minnesota Airsoft. David, where's Southern Minnesota Airsoft's field going to be?
Austin, Minnesota. Austin, Minnesota.
Austin, Minnesota specifically. Named after
Austin, Minnesota.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, that's that. You didn't know that. That town is named after Stone Cold. That's not true.
That's pretty sweet.
Last weekend, Southern Minnesota Airsoft had one of their first-ish controlled tests of their field, and they posted some footage, and then Marshall, one of the organizers, sent me some follow-up information. They had 32 guys at the field. I will actually note they might have had tropical shirts on that day. Tropical shirts. This is where I'm going to play the Hawaiian card and say those aren't Hawaiian shirts.
What makes it a Hawaiian shirt? Like no collar?
It's made in Hawaii.
Oh,
and it's a
I thought like no
brand.
pocket or no collar would make it a Hawaiian.
No, that would make it something. Well, okay. If you're not buying, let's say, like a Kahala or a Ren Spooner, don't talk
Tommy
to me.
Bahama?
Tommy Bahama.
That's all.
Now this is turned in. We're going to change the name of the stream to the racist stream. Okay.
What?
No. What?
Tommy Bahama? That's not a Hawaiian shirt?
I think they're out of Florida. This is like Hawaiian pizza. There's no such thing. You want to call it sweet and savory, go for it, but don't call it Hawaiian. No self-respect.
Pineapple doesn't belong in pizza.
On there. Thank you. I knew there's a reason I liked you.
But tomatoes do? They're both fruits.
No, tomatoes don't belong on pizzas either.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a hot take. I don't really enjoy pizza. I think it's peasantry. So
you don't eat peanut butter and jelly either because
it relates to peasantry. Let's get back to Southern Minnesota Airsoft. That's terrible.
Which is in Austin, Minnesota.
Which is in Austin. Alex remembered. This is really what we're trying to do, Chad.
And what's the city named after? Who's the city named after?
Steve Austin, man.
Yeah.
Really don't remember.
Yes. Okay. Good. No, this is good. This is working. Guys, we're this stream is really the educating Alex stream. That's educating Alex. Ass. The ass stream. We'll workshop it, but we're almost there. Southern Minnesota had wasn't their first, but it was one of their more open controlled tests. And when I say open, they had a small invite list. They had 32 players at the field. Evidently, it went swimmingly. They were very pleased with not only how the briefings went, but how the games went, how their breaks went, how their staging area is. So, by all reports, it went very well. Marshall let me know that they are planning at least 4 more controlled tests in 2026, with the intention of going public live in mid 2027.
Where it was everybody.
Don't. That David is not a representative, and no one in this podcast, which doesn't have the nameless podcast, nameless live stream, has any direct association for the business of Southern Minnesota Airsoft. This is your protection, Marshall. You need it, or if not.
But we will have representation as long as they have us, as long as they're put up a Connex or something for streaming. Like, we can put banners up, and this is like, ooh.
All I'm saying is your field would be the best field if you had a streaming studio already set up for us. Was
most of the players Southern guys? Were they all like Southern Minnesota people, or did like a bunch of people from the cities come down there?
I don't know that answer. If Husaria if you want to answer that, what kind of crowds do you get? I actually, so again, remember,
that'd be awesome if it was just some people.
They invited people. So right now, these are not open. These are not open to the public. These are private, invite-only tests of the field. It could have been just predominantly the Southern Minnesota people. I don't know, but like this isn't something where so I'll open this up maybe for questions, because if you don't know, Husari Airsoft, Southern Minnesota Airsoft is in the regular stream chat. Ask him if you're interested. Reach out to Southern Minnesota and say, hey, I'd love to come down for a test, one of your next test event.
I'd like to test your product, man.
Yeah, don't get high on your own supply, as they say. They have more videos that they'll be publishing. They are developing a lot more. So these are just some things he told me about. They've got a staging area now with 10 tables, canopies, and some other sun shelters. They have 2 AOs that they're partially completed based on him, based on his comments. They have an 11 structure city, of which we saw Connex go in. They published some video or some photos of the Connex last week.
Was that Connex? Wasn't that Connex for staging?
I don't know. He can answer these questions. He said he's here, but he's not really here.
Yeah.
He's not answering questions. Okay, a couple guys from the cities, mostly local. Yeah. And then they have an oil field that they're working on, so that they are working on some themed areas of their field. But I mean, what we're really seeing is we're seeing progress. And so I think that's awesome. This was always the plan, that 2026 was going to be their building year. You know, they announced that Con, they already knew it was happening, but that was their first launching point. And I think their goal is to announce a schedule at Con next year in March 2027. So
we're inviting them to Con.
Well, it's just open. Anyone can show up. Any chucklehead with enough money can show up, I guess.
Okay, so this year tables cost $2,000.
Yeah, we're trying to make our money back. Yes, and this year Alex will actually try to not schedule.
We're not holding. Nope. We are not holding. No, we.
What's your percentage? What do you think your chances are at this point right now, Alex?
Well, if I know the date like I did last year, and actually look at a calendar before I do anything.
I mean, that was also Jade's spring break or someone's spring break, right?
It was also Jade's spring break.
Yeah. How about this?
Jade's fault, is what
just don't schedule anything in March on Saturdays. If you're going to schedule an out-of-state trip, just make sure on every Saturday during that trip you have a plane ticket ready to fly back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my life on a normal basis
when you're working, you're flying all over, you're in and out.
Yeah.
Hey, In-N-Out Burgers, great place to eat.
I do enjoy In-N-Out Burger when I'm going to eat pedestrian burgers. The other thing I'll note, so we just talked about Southern Minnesota Airsoft Field in progress. There was also another post from Indoor Airsoft, giving a little bit more frame of reference of what they're up to, but I still think we're talking another couple months before we're going to actually see a test game from them.
I'm kind of excited about that one. I kind of want to see if I can. I kind of want to go out there. Just like I'm close, but I'm sort of close.
I will not. Of course.
But
once the weather turns,
I'd love to see how it's going out there.
As someone who doesn't play outside winter games, it would be a place to go rather than just sit around and play.
How is Rich even friends
GTA.
with you? If you don't play, I'm surprised he doesn't just wrote you off.
Who's that? Rich?
Yeah.
Broke leg Rich. He can't even catch me now.
Yeah, he can't do anything to us. He's busted.
Maybe he can, but he shouldn't. Shout out to our friend Rich, who has a knee injury and is trying to heal up so he can make it to some games in the fall.
He can make it. Sit in the Humvee.
For storage. And again, you might as well strap him to a bed and spank him with pickles.
I like pickles.
I do like pickles.
Cool. All right, cool.
What's your favorite pickle? What's your favorite is pickle, Alex?
Oh, I like to coat the pre-sliced ones. Like the sandwich slices.
Are we talking dill? Are we talking sweet?
Dill, man.
Horseradish?
Dill pickles.
Garlic?
My bread and butter. Bread and butter are my favorite.
the pickle live stream, the Airsoft pickle. Airsoft pickle live stream. We might
The
get
Pickle
a lot of Pickle
Podcast.
Rick things. Yeah, we might get some Pickle Rick fans, which might be good. It does have quite
Hey,
a
we'll take
following.
fans from anywhere.
Well,
even you know.
I don't know if I'd go that far. There's certain crowds I don't know if we want to.
Hey guys,
But
if
if
you're
you
new to
brought
this
it-
live
I
stream,
think
we are
the New York
very
place is gonna be
ADD,
great.
and squirrels
Or
happen.
are we?
What?
I'm actually very controlled. Thank you very much. I actually have on my agenda 13 seconds of chaos, followed by, I plan out everything. There's nothing even in this anymore, but that was a dramatic pause because that's how much of a professional I am. All right, we talked Southern
We need
Minnesota.
more branded
talked
ones
batteries
once we get the
unclothed.
live stream, and then we just slowly
Branding is
take
wrong.
drinks.
Oh, branded. Hey, here's an interesting question. How many people do we have online?
I think 16 maybe.
17 between the two.
17 million. All right. So we just had an interesting conversation pre-stream. And based on the names I'm seeing, I think only one person in the current active chat. Some of you might be lurking, and if you're lurking, shout out. Thank you for creeping on us. We appreciate it. Alex was mentioning to me that that was too passionate, that we should maybe consider bringing back MinSoc.
If anybody knows what MinSoc was, chime in.
Yeah, we'll give you a half a
second.
half a second to kind of shout out. Basically, should we run a game? And when I say we, the collective we means the three of us would, who have been involved in supporting
There'd be
games.
a couple more of us.
Yeah, no. We would try to pull people in, and then we would use if we worked with the fields, we would expect some assistance from the fields, and oh, okay, Marie knows it too. So we started this discussion so Alex sent me a note. Would you be interested in bringing back MinSoc? And my first response was, this year, hell no, or something to that effect.
Real jerky like too. It was real jerky like.
And it's interesting because
he was kind of
was
going
trying to
against our
be-
own words. Don't be a dick.
No, I was totally trying to be higher level than either of the words that they used.
It was just like, no, period.
I think it was this year, no, period. Like,
Wow.
I wanted it to be clear to you and here's my one reason for this year. I'm the kind of guy who needs 4 months to plan. And that's stressful short time for
Remember, we're the guys though that are already planning next year for our schedule. So
like I would never say, hey, I'm going to run we could put something together for an emergency if someone said, hey, we need something to happen. We did that for when we did like the mini ops.
For
Alex,
the people who don't know. For the people who don't know
about MinSoc.
Yeah. So MinSoc, I would, like you said earlier, like the saying like Milsim Light, I really feel like came from this, from these games. Like, when you guys hear Milsim Light, whatever, like I really think it what's that word I'm looking for? Derived?
Originated?
Oh my God, there we go. Man, words.
I was an English major.
Originated from the MinSoc series. And the MinSoc series was like a Milsim-like game. It was green versus tan, legitimately green versus tan. Mid-caps. I think it was mid-caps, right?
Yeah,
if you can't, you probably don't remember because you didn't play them.
I didn't play any of those games.
Old age gets him too.
I believe they were
not the greatest.
But anyways, it was a fast-paced, moved game. Like there was always a mission. It was really, like you were busy. Like there was no like standby. There was always once you got back to respawn, you were on another mission, a whole different mission. Like you died, okay, now this is your mission. Go to this checkpoint or that checkpoint, and he did a really good job of planning this whole game out. And then after the game, he bought food, and we'd all have,
giant subs usually, right?
Giant subs, pizza, whatever. At the end of the game, we had pizza. He had a big raffle. It was a great series of games. And
let's try to think of a time frame. Chat, also for you, we were saying that we think he ran this for 2 years.
Yes.
But what time frame are we talking about? I don't remember, and I don't have all my tabs are open.
I think it was 2017. YouTube. He did it.
Okay. So,
but regardless, it was a great game, guys. Like, I really think like an iteration of it or something. I don't know. Like, would have been cool. Yep.
So let me. So here's where this started as a conversation that Alex brought to me, and then we talked about it a little bit before we started the show tonight. And I said, couple things.
You said no. Period.
That's what I said in response. And here's where I'll say no. ... which is for dramatic effect.
Dun dun dun.
What games this year that we have been involved with were like MnSOC already? Now, if you're going to say the food part, none of them had food, so there's something. Say that?
I won't say the food. I don't know. GTA Marine, you're like the only guy who looks like you've played the MnSOC series game. Did you play any of the games?
Joel did too, but you're not watching the vert.
And then James Kessler said yes too. So
I mean, I want to say no.
You want to say no to what?
They weren't like a MnSOC game.
So like this is where, because I didn't play them, I don't have a frame of reference. But what I said to Alex was, I think he has rose-colored glasses on to a 10-year-old series of games that we do have games that have missions and milsim rules that, and maybe it's because maybe I'm coming from the other side, which is I think everything we do around here is milsim light.
So I will say this with the MnSOC game, the way he did it was the commander. I think he had 2 commanders in it, and the way he did it was like when you did die, you couldn't spawn in without 5 people, and with that 5
so the rules. Platoon, so there were some specific rules.
Yeah,
were involved.
That 5 platoon thing, you had to like with you 5 guys, go take objective C, or go support objective B, and everybody had to have a radio too. I think that was one of the things. Like, if you didn't have a radio, you couldn't go out until you got a group with until a guy with a radio,
some kind of RTO.
Yep.
How many players went to MnSOC games?
They sold out every time. I think it was 100 each.
So Joel actually chimed in and he said he helped ref and he played. Joel, if you have other information, both you, Marine, as well as James, if you want to add stuff, please do. Because I think, well, my thing is, what made MnSOC different than what we're running today? And if it's rules, that's valid. We can talk about the rules.
It was because there was no milsim games, I think. Like, there was no games like that. It was the first of its kind. Now everybody's putting one on every
area, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, now we have so this is where Twin Cities Airsoft has their high intensity. Big Lake Tactical has its Minnesota's Best Airsoft. Now Champion Valley is instituting their Legends of the Valley series. Every field wants their thing. Whereas before, yes, they had a couple bigger games, but mostly other teams came in and ran stuff. When Timmy Tambo did this, and Timmy Tambo was the main organizer. There were other people involved in MnSOC. He was the main organizer for making all of that event happen. You're right. Nobody was doing that. He came in, and another very special thing that Timmy did was he ran MnSOC at every field. He rotated. So every field got a little bit of attention from it. Got a little flavor of that. So that was also something.
It was only 3 fields, though, right?
Yeah.
And I think they were scripted too.
That is one of the things I was waiting for someone to mention. 100% they were scripted. Like, and when I say scripted, the team commanders and Timmy were all talking to each other, and if one team was absolutely pounding the other, they would do something to make the other team have a chance.
Joel just said that. Thanks, Joel, for being there.
Yep. Which I feel like we don't do enough of.
No, there's no such thing as that. It's one team wanting to kill the other team.
It is. And I'll note that there are people who want that fall gag. But now what the onus is it's on onus. I'm using a fancy word, is now the game organizer has to do all the countering. So like I know when our buddy Roman was running gag, if one team was getting pounded, he would be like, okay, team getting pounded, do this mission, which is on your side of the field, under your control, retrieve this one thing, and you'll get some points. Like, some could argue, well, that's unfair, because now you're giving them an event, you're giving them, a way to dig themselves out of a hole. Yes, because honestly, one-sided games suck.
But see, that didn't happen at MinSoc. Everybody had a good time, I feel like.
But I feel like nobody knew that. Like, actually, I brought that up and people yelled at me. I actually remember that because I didn't play those games, and I had already talked to Timmy, and he was like, well, they're scripted. So when I told people, like, well, technically they're scripted. Yes, they're not scripted in the sense that one team is supposed to win at the end of the day. There was still, the players still had the majority of the input into how that game went on. But the commanders were like, you're kicking my ass. Get off of red base long enough for me to get in so I can at least even it up. So like, it wasn't scripted in the sense that there was, so like there was more coordination between commanders because it was about player enjoyment over team victory. Which,
and I think that's a great success.
I mean, I think well, here's an interesting thing. Chat. I mean, we don't have a ton of people. We have people here. Do you want a game that is even to the end? Or are you the kind of people who like to push poop in? And be honest. Be 100% honest.
Waffle stomping?
So, I don't know. I honestly think MinSoc was the greatest, and like you said, I could be wrong, but the things that we're saying, don't exist in games we put on. It's games where each team just want to annihilate the other team.
I mean,
the two commanders don't communicate. They don't do anything like was just explained.
But here's the thing. Are we there? Like, here's like, the three of us have different takes on games. Every player has a different take on game. Has the culture of Midwest Airsoft, Minnesota Airsoft, moved to the point where they want true competition? Or is there room for something that is about pure enjoyment? Just like batteries not included was a blowout. It was 100% a blowout. And it did affect the morale of the team that was losing once they knew that they were, like, once it really sunk in, they're like, we can't get anything done. We're going to get our asses stomped. They still had a good time. I know they still had a good time, but in the moment, that was very demoralizing to them. So that's my question to you, chat, as we're bringing up this topic. Do you want competition? Do you want something that is a little more curated? I'm using all sorts of weird words tonight. Like, what do you want?
I don't even know what those words mean.
My grandfather was an English teacher, so yeah, I know all sorts of stupid stuff. Also, I watch a lot of Star Trek Next Generation. Jean-Luc Picard, best captain, fight me. So
Janeway was pretty good though.
In her own way. I respect her. I don't like coffee though. Is there room for both? The other thing I'm just going to flat out say to anybody who runs a game, what's in it for me? We are helping run a lot of games for free, and we're doing it for the community. We're doing it for views, but we have a reason. Games cost money. This is what, and I'm not pounding on, or I'm not trying to make players realize this, but like, fields cost money to operate. Everything they do costs money. Staff costs money. You can get volunteers for a while, but like that can be, that can run out. Your goodwill can end at some point. I know Timmy lost money on every game they ever ran for MinSoc. So he did it for the community. I'll just flat out say, we're talking about doing stuff for the community. Timmy Tambo was one of the original, I'm doing this for the community guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Straight up, he did it because he loved the community. And he still does stuff because he loves this community, our community. Not maybe the whole, national or international airsoft scene. He just loves airsoft in Minnesota. He met a lot of great people, and he has really fond memories. So running games is work. Ask poor Alistair. He put together the basic framework for the Legends of the Valley Expedition Zero in a month,
3
something
weeks.
like that. 3 weeks. Oh, like he had ideas in his head. He'd been wanting to do some stuff, but
they've been bouncing around inside that skull of his for a very long time.
Yeah.
I will touch a little bit on this scripted or adjustment thing. I feel like I've said it a few times. Look at our experience at Sky Shield. We were just decimating, and even for us on the team that was winning, it wasn't fun. We kept leaving the field because it was just a waffle stomp. I feel that game masters and all that need to have something in the back of their mind. If games are getting out of control like that, throwing up missions or doing things like, hey, you, and you, guess what? Now your mission is behind enemy lines, and if you die or something like that, you lose 25% of your points, or something to get. While the newer, less experienced players maybe are going to still do the normal stuff, finding the people that are wreaking havoc and going, I'm sending you on a special mission that you may die, and okay, whatever. But, it gives the other team the opportunity, because again, if in some people's worlds, if the score gets too far apart, especially if you're running like Ares Alpha, they're out the door. The Tan Team at Sheboygan's in their car and they're down the road. Sorry, Tan Team at Sheboygan again.
If you're going to be playing Tan, you better shake that's Sheboygan Tan.
That's Sheboygan Tan.
And that's the whole point, though. Like Timmy Tamble's games didn't do that.
Yeah, and again, that would be a very respectful game that I would love to play if it was something like that, knowing that
you're playing a game that you obviously don't know who's winning.
And that's an interesting prospect too, right? Like, I think if you're playing a game that has points, it should be 100% transparent. I want to know. And I want to know, and I want the game organizers to make sure, wow, there's a 50,000 point difference and it's 1 point per mission. How did this happen?
Well,
in some ways, I feel like the game's broken if you allow a blowout.
Well, you're going to lose customers that way. You're going to lose. You're going to lose people.
You're going to lose your future customers. Yeah, you're going to lose your. Yeah, exactly.
And then you got guys who are like, "Oh, we fucking killed everybody," and blah blah
Team
blah. Like
nobody
wants to hear that.
Yeah. Well, and I think you mentioned it was a Sky Shield where at some point the players had left, and so at the end it ended up being like you guys defended, and they just said, okay, everybody else attacked these guys, because it ended up turning into a pickup game just for the players that were left, because the game itself
part of that was weather related too. Yes, but
absolutely, and there's always X factors, right?
It turned into Alex going, hey, we need to do something. We're gonna put all of Tan up on the hill, and Project Echo, Pork Chop, and Quack Force, you got to go take the hill from them. Go have, and we were never going to take the hill. It was not possible, and so
everybody needs everyone needs a moment, right? Like if you go to a game and you only have a disappointing time, like Alex just said, you're not going to come back.
No.
That's why I won't go back to Sky Shield. I had a terrible time there. The only thing that was fun was going out to dinner with you guys and drinking Fruity Pebble drinks.
I'm on the thing. Nothing because of me or nothing because of Alex. I'm now anti-wind, and that place can blow it.
The upper UP can be a rough area weather.
I wanted to play it just to have the experience of playing Sky Shield, and that.
Yeah. Caleb, Mike's like you're 100% right. We've played it. I'll just say there was a game I played at Action Sports from a large
organizer
who the game went in a way they weren't expecting, and we pushed the other team back to their spawn. And there was no, during the day, which mattered the most, there was no adjustment of the game format, to which point the opposite team stopped playing because they were so pissed off. The team that I was on, which was winning, got bored because there was nothing to do. We controlled the entire field. That was a total breakdown from the organizer point of view. And what they did later was they gave that other team missions to give them points. But by that point, the team that had been doing most of the winning had also kind of given up. So then it went from way too overpowered on one end to way too overlapping on the other side, to the point where I didn't even show up for the second day. And there's a lot of players where if you're playing a 2-day game that you've traveled to and paid big money for, if you don't show up the second day, and it's not weather related or health related, it's all game. That's a loss. Like Alex said, he soured on the Sky Shield series now. So, this is just when we're talking about MinSoc specifically. There were some. I think what I'd be interested in, Alex, is really going through both with you as a player and maybe Joel. Joel, he already said he'd be willing to join in as well.
I know X-Teds would do too.
Like the people we know who ran it, and picking out the rules that we think were interesting. What made it special? The name MinSoc does mean something to people. Mostly older players. Again, 2017 is, I think, when we were saying, so maybe 2016, 2017. What's that?
It's 10 years ago almost.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's 10 years ago. I want to look at the things that made it different, because I think there's fewer of those things than what has become mainstream. Like you said, no one was doing Milsim Light. No one was bringing Milsim aspects of games into local events. Now they're everywhere. Now you can't throw a game.
You tried a little bit.
Who did?
Remember the Dolph guys?
I do remember the Dolph guys. They're still around.
They tried to do that, but one of my most memorable games was the Dolph game. Was the most popular game.
Here's where I've got to play don't play the old men in the sea card too far. We've been around a long time, and this is what I actually said to Alex. We are jaded. We remember things. There was a simpler time when 2 bits got you into a movie.
When I was the only one with an HPA gun.
Right.
AEG.
When a mall was a rarity. Now you can't throw a rock and not find a couple mall games every year. When going to Muscatatuck or Fort Knox was a rarity. Like, you couldn't do those things. Now what is Starburst at? 12? That's 12 times they've been to Fort Hood. And they're not the only ones.
Yeah, they're not the only ones.
We are in a world now where Alex and I specifically, and there, some of you long in the tooth players, and you didn't have to be old. It's just when you started playing, you remember a time when things were new. Like, this is a brand new idea. This is really cool. I think there's some level of expectation. And expectations are important, but also have to be realistic, right?
I don't know. I guess I have this image of like I said earlier, that game didn't exist, and for all of us who never got to play those games, like having it tan versus green, and you all had to sign up online to do it, was a great experience.
Yeah, and here's a challenge to you and to chat. What if we ran MinSoc? We had input from everybody who was there before. Maybe we even had help from Timmy, and it sucked. Would that? And I don't want to say this because I'm not that guy. I won't not do a thing because I'm being cynical, though I can be cynical. Like, do we want to tread on the name, or are we trying to bring it back because we want to live our glory days? I just want to make sure if we're going to try to, not just MinSoc, but generally, if we're going to run something, we're also perfectionists, Alex. Like, we have expectations.
I'm not going to do it because I don't want a sour taste of that game.
Well,
so forget I brought it up.
That's where I didn't want this to go, but also
too late.
Now I don't have to do more work.
You do realize now, and I
do have the ability to crush people's spirits. So.
We've now probably moved past the TISM patches now to MinSoc. Going to be
air cynicism, airism, air like I'll think of something. I'll think of another.
Hi, Armory.
We didn't even
No.
invoke
Nope.
Armory, but we don't know who it is.
Oh yeah.
So they could actually have their content redacted. Well, it's something that I think we will consider, but if we're going to consider it, we need to start thinking about it now to even pitch it to the other fields. And
again,
if I'm being honest,
what field do you put it on? You know, like
all of them.
Well, do we do the same thing that Timmy did? Do we rotate fields? Like, this is where, again, I'm just going to say, like, if I'm going to run a game now after 26 years, I'm going to get something out of it. And that might sound selfish, but
keep in mind, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for your games that you guys put on. So
Me either. Me either.
But that also, it's a different world. We used to run the games at fields to bring attention, but now every field's like, again, Twin Cities Airsoft has a standard 100 players every Saturday, maybe half that on a Sunday, 50, 60 pretty standardly at Big Lake. Crossfire's struggling a little bit more recently, but everybody has a field to go to that they like to do things. The environment has changed from the old days where if you wanted to play Airsoft, it had to be with the Minnesota Airsoft Association or a private game. And I'm not undercutting our value or what happened during that time period. I'm just saying, is there still room for the little guys? I don't know. I think there could be. I'm more interested in what made it different. And maybe we work with an existing set of organizers to enhance a game. Because we're already helping organizers run games. Do we need to run it? Maybe if we run it, we you guys know how I am. Like, I'll take over all sorts of stuff that I shouldn't.
Not like we have lives or anything.
I mean, to be fair,
we don't.
I mean, I have the least of the lives of all of you. I bleed
BBs.
Did somebody put that? I bleed BBs. That could be a t-shirt idea. Save that.
Trademarked. Internet, it's been trademarked.
I still like David's Purple Heart one.
That's cool.
We have a lot of ideas, and because we know
this
patch
winter
makers
is going to be
sticker
crazy.
Makers, I think just doing stickers would be real popular. I think we could do a lot of stickers, guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's more room for stickers than patches on someone's uniform. Unless we make a uniform that the back or the sleeves are all loop. Oh, that's also trademark. That's our idea.
Here's the deal. We keep doing patches, though, or stickers. More and more people are going to have to buy trailers just to put the stickers on.
Or we make them the kind, just really good, hardy, weather-proof ones, and then people's cars can just be event stickers. Shushonk. That's an idea, too.
My suitcase is running out of space.
My gun case, I'm going to have to flip it over here soon.
Caleb says, I feel like insurance companies make a hard impact, too. It can, because the bottom line, like, it's funny, depending on who you talk to, standard paintball insurance coverage for basic airsoft stuff is actually not too terrible. But having independent event insurance outside of a field, like that's the other thing. Now, if I was going to run a game, I would want my own insurance. There are places I'm talking to now that if I want to do con, I need my own insurance. So, like, we live in a litigious world.
I carry business insurance on the Airsoft team just in case.
Yep.
I have a $3 million balloon policy that would cover me if anybody's like, "Oh, you're an idiot." And
I have a lawyer on retainer personally, so I'm less worried. But I mean, things happen, right? So you got to think, and I also, so Legends of the Valley what do they call it? Pre-registration is $40, $45, I think, day of.
Yep.
I think batteries not included was a similar price range, $40-ish. Gags in this
80, I think it's 75, 80.
75 or 70 or 75 pre-reg, 80 day of.
James, you just paid what, or did you pay? I think James just bought his, so he might be able to say, or Slim might have already paid for theirs.
For Legends?
No, Gag.
Oh, Gag already? Oh, yeah, we in pre-reg for Gag? Yeah, I suppose we are. We're actually not that far from September for Gag at this point.
Well, and I think they've had pre-registration for Gag all year. I think it's been open.
Oh, really? They just have it open?
Yeah, I think it's been open.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I feel like field-specific rules aren't as big of an issue. And also it's what you're allowed to do. Like, I'll just say a lot of fields have, like, we don't do DMR rules. We don't do SMG rules. That is a choice of the fields. That is not an insurance choice. I have now confirmed this with many fields. What fields decide to do with their rules is on them and what they feel is safe or acceptable. There will always be like a cap, guns can't shoot over X, but there is actually, let me take that back. I have done some more research and there usually isn't. Like, you can make your own rule sets. But because fields have different things, you couldn't say, okay, we're doing 1 joule and under, which is a pretty standard milsim rule. 1 joule and under can be full auto anywhere. Like, no med. Like, meds. I've never read an insurance policy that said you need
minimum engagement.
Minimum engagement. So I'm just gonna say bang rules. Bang rules came from California. I brought them from California after playing in California in 1999. It wasn't an insurance thing. It was a don't be a dickbag thing. Right?
Now, like, I will say isn't it the only real insurance thing that comes up is the full seal.
Yeah, that's usually it. And this is the funny thing, like we've been talking with our friends at Action Sports Wisconsin who had to recently change their insurance for a multitude of reasons, but they're doing a lot more blank fire. And when the insurance found out they did blank fire, they're like, oh, do you just want to do only blank fire and get rid of Airsoft? Because from a legal point of view, from an insurance point of view, we'd rather you just do blank fire and no Airsoft because you're not shooting anything. Which, in my mind, doesn't make sense. I mean, it kind of does, but like Baldwin. You get too close with what's that?
Alex Baldwin.
Yeah, that's my thing. But those
Alex
like
Baldwin.
blank fire guns actually have adapters on the front, so nothing's coming out the front. Whereas,
and they're all welded barrels.
Correct, yeah. Exactly. So there's nothing coming out of those, as opposed to like the Alec Baldwin issue, which was that
a blank round.
That's a blank round in a gun that could potentially fire and had that actually had a real round. But the Brandon Lee, for those, that's actually a pretty old callback. That was a fouled barrel that had just foreign particles in it, and a blank had enough power at close range to kill him. I believe that was what happened. So anyway, insurance is a factor, but those minute rules are choices. Now, things like what kind of pyro, that is 100% an additional rider. Launchable projectiles, that is 100% an additional rider. So those are insurance things, but like what types of guns and what the FPS or joule rates are, that's a field choice. Like maybe they have worked with their policy providers, but blanket policies, it's not a thing. Yep. Thank you, Tyler. I kind of figured you know who that was.
Brandon Lee?
Brandon Lee. Rapid Fire. It was a fine movie. Went too soon. The Crow. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Mpoda. Welcome, Mpoda. Good to see you, brother. So
he's in Alaska.
Mpoda's in Alaska right now?
I don't know. That's what he told me.
I was
like, dude, you should go play Airsoft and all this stuff, man. And like, he's like, dude, I'm in Alaska, and I'm like, dude. So
there's a lot of dudes in that conversation.
I'm trying to figure this. Who's from like Hang 10, man? Yeah, dude. Where's my car?
That's how I talked to Mpoda, because he's from Chicago.
He's back.
Brandon Lee is back. Oh no, Mpoda's back from Alaska.
Okay.
I don't want to play it now.
I didn't know where you were going with this.
Oh shit!
AI is good too. So guys, the key point is, and someone, and I think it might have been Marine said this, every player has a thing they like. So like trying to cater to everybody is incredibly difficult. And this is where, and I think Alex has said this before, if we were going to run a game, we'd run what we want to run, and then people will show up.
But it's like he said, it's like he said, like people want to win, people want to smash the other team, like, 10 Alliance,
But again, talking about the balancing, that gives the opportunity to, instead of just smashing them and then doing nothing, if you balance it, you get to smash them 100 times during the day.
I don't know. I guess
We're
in my
so getting
experience, like the
canceled.
last couple,
Like and subscribe
couple-
if you want to hear more.
I guess
say
the
again,
last
Alex?
couple times I've played like big games like that, I feel like there's no like real big organization of like. So I mean, I guess that's my opinion.
They
No,
kind
Alex,
of let
100%,
it go.
Like
Right.
there's
It is
just
what it
no
is.
organization. It's just like for
you and I have
instance,
talked about this before, right? Like you saw my blow up at AMS Northern Front 6. You've
yeah,
seen me, like, there was a point at some point in the last couple years where I just decided, and this is something else we talked about, chat, was when I go to a game now, I make the conscious choice to not be pissed off. That doesn't always happen. It's not a perfect science for me. I'm not a monk, other than my kung fu or gong fu. Something's really got to get me now. But like when I go to CAG, I am paying attention. I want to make sure the game's happening, but I got involved in other ways. And I go there to have fun. I go there to shoot my launcher at tanks. Do I help with other things? Of course I do. Do I help Alistair? Am I going to help out with Red Team? Maybe. For GAG in the fall. Like, I go to that game and I go to have fun. My expectations on it rocking my world, like, that's the thing. I don't think you should have low expectations. I think that's a stupid way to live generally. But I also don't have super high expectations. I have expectations that I want to provide, and I manifest it myself. I just want to shoot tanks. Hey, we're doing this. I don't care what you're doing. I'm just going to chase after these tanks all day. Cool. Like, I feel like there's a conscious choice to say, I see that there's a problem happening in this game.
You're going to be the platoon leader of all the AT, and you and like 7 people are just going to go on a mission.
Oh, it could be real bad. Like, that's the other thing. I feel like tangent alert. I feel like people, maybe because someone's been talking about launchers for 3 or 4 years, I feel like the launcher game is really upped. And there were always some people with some really good launchers. Straight up. I wasn't the first one to buy good launchers. I was just the first one to make more videos about it. And
just kind of like being the only person with an HPA gun.
Starting.
It was sweet. It was sweet until everybody else got
now
one.
Everybody's got
Please
them, right?
don't talk about HPA guns. I may or may not have went down a rabbit hole.
I'm actually excited by your rabbit hole. I think this that sounded terrible.
That being said, though, I don't think the price on HPA guns had moved ever since.
No.
I think like 2013 is when I bought my Polar Star, and I think it was $500 then.
I don't want to hex myself, but some of my guns are still like Alex. We're still running our original fusion engines. Like,
I'm buying that
tangent on top of a
Wolverine.
tangent. The new one?
Yeah, that. Oh, is it
the one you just posted about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. I'm buying it. It's going to be a winter purchase, but that'll be my HPA for next year.
I definitely have to slow my roll. I also totally tangential. I bought the e-shooter compact.
Yep.
I just bought it. I just was like, it's the same price as the others. The new compact e-shooter Smokey that we were looking at.
Oh, yeah.
If I can get some reviews out of it, and actually, I might even boost that post to see if we can't get some views on it. But
what's the new Wolverine that you bought? Is it like an MTW?
Yeah, hang on here. I'm going to buy. I haven't purchased yet. It's going to be. Where's the picture?
Oh, Umpota. Don't say the crow was cursed.
It's
Brandon Lee
MTW Forged Series Tactical XBR. I'm going to buy the 10-inch. It has the Quake MTW recoil stock in it, the Inferno XTS engine with the Blink Bluetooth FCU.
All those words really just hooked him.
No, the video hooked me.
No, the video hooked him.
I'll put it up in our chat.
Yeah, throw it in the chat. Throw it in the public chats.
Oh,
everybody look at this.
Let me find the link.
What does the Blink do?
It's just another FCU, but it's mainly the stock. It has a recoil stock on it.
Alex, but what you just said in your face is kind of the point I'm making about games. We have seen so much. What could someone come out with that would actually be like, oh, this is amazing? The recoil stock, like the KWA, which we still haven't seen yet, but like their electric blowback was kind of cool.
The Tipman was cool.
The Tipman was kind of turned out to be kind of a poop show.
Tipman 98? Oh no, that was paintball.
Not a 98. But like we are in a world where we're the old men now, Alex.
Yeah. It's amazing that I'm using my gun that's older than most people that are,
playing, right?
Playing, yes.
Vulture said, to me, GAG feels like 25% of the players are playing the objectives and 75% of the players have no idea that there are objectives and they are trying to play. I feel like that is that is valid.
I'm going to speak on that one.
But I actually think the numbers are changing. And I think the numbers are changing because I think it really directly correlates to the commanders. Like, I think commanders should be announced. Fall gag. We know who the commanders are. They want to be organized. They are not there to, there is some friendly banter competition happening here, but both of these teams are going to encourage their players to get involved in ways. And this is not just this gag. This has happened at other gags too, right? Like, I feel like the more involved the commander gets, not just like, hey, I'll lead the guys for the day and nothing happens until the day of, versus those guys who are like months in advance.
Well, you see Night Soccer's already making, you saw that? Yeah. And I've been forever, I've been floating this picture around.
Uh-oh.
Well, to speak on Vulture, that's the main reason why I wouldn't say the main reason, but like I feel like that's what it is. Like it's just a big BB fest of just 25% of the people who want to do the missions, and then 75 of just running around getting kills.
And I think it's another version of you make the game what you want it to be.
Yeah,
like, here's another shout out to Rich. Half the players I'm around will do whatever they want to do unless you give them something to do. I know for a fact that Rich and I have done things at GAG where we're just like, what are you doing? To random players who are doing whatever the hell they were doing. And they're like, nothing. And we're like, we're doing this. Come with us. People need direction, right? Like, you can have guys who are like, nah, I'm a high-speed operator. I'm going to do my own thing. Cool. Most players don't know. Yeah, there are lone wolves, 100%. I feel, again, like, GAG gets a rap of it's a big open session with tanks. Is it? Yes. It's a full auto game. Everything's full auto. I actually love that aspect. It's chaos, but the players, you can totally work with the players to elevate. And I feel like that's part of just the team you're on, the commanders, the organization. Like, the game organizers have a plan. What the teams do is on the teams.
B-Fly.
B-Fly said something?
No. Alex just put on the B-Fly hat.
Oh. If you remove the wings, I'm just saying that looks like something different, Tyler. That's
what he was going for, I bet.
I hope so.
But you were saying, like, Rich. Like, the times I've played with Rich, I don't know, man. He's got this charisma that's like, all right, guys, let's go do this. And it's like, oh,
you know why? It's because that old MFer will lead the charge every time.
It's like for some weird
I love GAG. I don't know. I can't remember if it was spring or fall, and I got a video of it. Him next to me going, "Why are they targeting me so much?" And I'm like, "Let them keep targeting you because they're not targeting me."
No. There's a reason they're targeting you, Rich. It's because everybody knows who you are. That's the other thing. The more people know who you are, even your friends start targeting you.
I'm kind of slim tack. Dude, the dude's going blue just so he can come freaking shoot at us.
Yeah, man, MASH units. When MASH units are played well and coordinated, and teams actually say, that can, again, that's a tactical decision that changes that game. Again, guys, GAG can be a big open session, but the mechanics are there to make it more milsimmy Bill Simi, or at least more tactical / strategic. If Alistair were here, he'd say that, But again, this is where it's who you play with, guys. And if you just want to go and blow your wad, good for you. I get it. You're young. You can hardly control it anyway. You're just all full of adrenaline and you're just cool.
Just wait. When you get older, it's harder.
They might be pills for that. There's pills for everything.
Ooh, Slim Tex. Sounds like Slim Tex changing his mind. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be on the other end of the fury.
Oh, was he originally going to play
blue? He was going to play blue because he spent last gag pretty much the whole time looking for me.
I mean, there's something to be said for that.
And I know he was looking for me, so I made sure that I wasn't ever out in the open where I knew.
Oh, that actually makes me want to do it and then create more side grudge matches. So we just, I mean, I know you there were some joke bounties. Maybe we should up those bounties. Anyway, sorry, that's another tangent.
That's the that might be the Friday night stream.
So here, let me. So we just to kind of not close the loop, but kind of continue to ride the wave of for how long you've been playing, chat. For how long you've been playing. Do you feel like it's harder to get satisfaction out of games? Do you feel is it a personal choice? Do you remember glory days? Like how? Tell us. Do
Back
you
in my
feel
day.
like?
Oh,
yeah. You end up saying, "I remember." I haven't. I play
That's
national
why I don't
games.
play games anymore.
I told somebody I play national games now. That's where I get my yayas out, and locally, I just help. Now, I'm still intending to play GAG because I want to shoot tanks. And I very specifically want to shoot Lil Reb. I'm sorry, Lil Reb, you might... In fact, I know you guys, you seem like delightful people off field, but on field, I just want to kill you. I want to make your day
so we need to make
pointless.
So we need to make sure that they're with the Southern Minnesota boys.
I mean, I think there'll be more organization of tanks. That'll be the fun part for me, is where do tanks go? Like, here's the thing. Southern Minnesota has enough vehicles to populate the entire side themselves. So we probably need to say they can't bring more than 3. I actually think the field needs to say we're only allowing so many vehicles. Because I know that at some point...
I think 3 aside would be...
I think that's totally... For that size field... Because, guys, if you haven't been to a GAG where there's been no AT... tanks break the game.
Yeah.
Which is why so many people have AT now, right? Like, I don't run. People run from AT. Screw that noise. Oh. No. Nope. Especially
Paulo says he thinks local games have gotten better. Well, you're welcome.
Oh. Yeah, is that what Apollo said? What did you just say, Alex?
Can you shoot the tanks at GAG?
Legally, you can. You
they
can
just
shoot
don't do anything.
Which I think is a stupid rule. Because I'm the one who says it. Shoot the gunner to make him duck down.
I believe though you can kill the gunners if they don't have netting.
Here's the thing, there's too much choice in it. Like, this is that thing, like, we've played some games where you cannot shoot the vehicles unless it's a launcher. Is that a good feature or is that a bad feature? Like, Third Coast Airsoft, all you can do against the vehicle is shoot launcher, pyro, tennis balls, Nerf rockets. You can't shoot it. In fact, shooting it's a war crime with regular guns.
War crime.
But you can also kill them with grenades.
Pi was just... So, like, Pi made a good point over on the vert.
Pi did. I think organizers are struggling with player skill set and matter it with gameplay coming from 15 years of Milsim, Chicago, Illinois.
I think he's trying to say that organizers are struggling with, making a good game with player skill level.
Yep. Because again, and here's the interesting thing. I think for the local fields, I think you have to cater to your mid to beginner level. Because that's your target market.
Well, and then
people who want Milsim events, they go national.
They need to subconsciously know the players that are players that are the veterans, and they need to get them and put them in the roles that they should be in to help the green players. You know,
well, here's the thing: there's a lot of veterans who don't want to do that, right? There's a lot of veterans who just don't want. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I came here to play. I'm not here to do things. Right? So like, yeah, but you're 100% Pyre Pie, and I don't recognize that name. Welcome to the stream.
It's Impoto's burner. It's Impoto's burner name.
Is he faking? Is he fake? Don't tease us.
Hey, you Impota Pyre Pie.
Pie Parasite's just like, nah, Impoto wouldn't do that. Impoto's too proud. He's got legacy. He's got legacy name. Okay. Yeah, vehicles are very contentious locally. I'm fine with different rules, but I think I mentioned this in a brain dump a couple months ago. Like when we went from Thomas's Viking Raid to Nightshade, then to whatever the next week, like it was hard for me to keep the different rule sets in order in my brain. Because like the minor differences are actually worse than the major ones. The major ones I remember, but the minor ones, and I think Alex, you and I were talking about this. If we could come up with here's a good standard for medic rules. Don't mess with them. Everybody has the same medic rules.
Yep.
Or like here's a standard, but here's standard plus. Or like
everyone's got this idea of a medic rule, right? Like everyone's got this standard, but then once you throw in something new, like specifically for this game, nobody knows it. Nobody's going to use it.
You can use one buddy,
and most of the time, everybody just goes back to the age-old, one buddy medic, one regular medic rule, just right off the bat.
I feel like there is a standard, and I have to admit, I can't remember which. I think it was the Nightshade game, because we didn't have the medic bags, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like at some point, people asked, and I was like, just do one buddy, and then, then I don't. I just
we dropped the ball on that one. That was we talked about that will be a different story for next year.
And we had to modify. We had to modify on the fly, and what we modified it basically to was what Viking Raid was. Like again, rules need to be, even for seasoned players, rules can be difficult. So imagine those new players that I got one ace bandage. Okay, you can't use an ace bandage anymore. What do I use?
Oh, it's Timu MVG guy from Northern Front. That
nice. Hey,
one of the 20. Hey, yeah. That's good shit.
Yeah.
Is that in Poda or no?
No. It was one of the
new fans.
One of the new fans that we picked up on, from our expert live streaming skills from Northern Front.
We'll call that Tornado Weekend.
I can't remember. Was TCA's got the popsicle sticks? Was that a Third Coast Airsoft? That wasn't
no, that's a Third Coast. Remember, don't say TCA because that's.
I know. Confusing. I tried to repeat.
Yeah, Third Coast does. Remember Third Coast, right? They had been doing popsicle sticks. Like you had so many. They had a medic bag with popsicle sticks, and when you go to a vehicle or someone who has a medical bag, you crack one. You crack one popsicle stick. That means you can respawn in. And then when you run out, you're out of regens for that mobile medic bag. They switched to rubber bands at Stonebreaker, and people hated it.
Really?
Yeah, no. Don't you remember? Like it was the people who were used to that rule.
I don't know.
The
I
people
fell
who
in
were medics.
A hole.
You did fall in a hole of despair.
Fell in a hole, and that was it.
So like even that minor change, and I think they were like, oh, popsicle sticks are kind of boring. They're bulkier. Maybe they're even more expensive. They're like, let's do rubber bands. I'll be interested to see what they've picked up for the rest of the games, simply because I know that at Stonebreaker, people are like, I hate these rubber bands. What's preventing people from bringing their own rubber bands? I guess the same thing about people bringing their own friggin' popsicle sticks. But like, I don't worry about cheating.
You're a next level player if you're gonna do some shit like that.
Yeah, if you're gonna cheat like popsicle sticks or extra rubber bands, like, geez, man. At that point, just go medic.
It's one thing not calling your hits. It's another thing of bringing popsicle sticks.
It's another going to Walmart and going into buying popsicle sticks at lunch just so you can get more respawn.
There's Louise.
We're making there's a sticker. Something about cheaters will be cheaters or something. Trademarked. Back off, chat. Smash the sub button. Subscribe.
Yeah, please.
Like.
If you haven't liked and subscribed, also for anybody who doesn't know, again, we are doing 2 live streams right now. We are in Verts, and then we have our regular traditional stream happening as well. So some of you are not seeing other people's chats. So as we're referencing people, please understand we have multiple chats.
I'm finding that the Vert is easier to come across. Lavender was like, it popped up immediately as soon as
it should get served. I wonder again. I think this Vert idea might be better in the long run, but in your opinion, who has the best medic rule? Oh God, I don't know.
Anybody that does a buddy and a medic.
Yeah, I like dedicated medics. I like mobile respawns.
I like everyone medics.
What's that? You like when everyone can medic? I like it that. So I like it when people have to have their own bandages. So if I'm taking like AMS's rules are honestly pretty good. You get 2 bandages. Anybody can heal you. You have to use the bandages. The thing I don't like is and they do it for simplicity's sake. They 100% do it for simplicity's sake. You can only use ace bandages. From my point of view, I don't care what you use, as long as they're not blue training tourniquets, because that looks like an armband to me. I think a rule that is simple but requires work, meaning effort. Like AMS also is no like hand on shoulder run with me. You actually got to drag.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Players. I hate that. I think you're gonna injure somebody. I had a player who got an
wrecked
outfit,
gear.
got their uniform wrecked gear. They ruined their uniform. I think that's a bunch of BS.
People's Temu plate carrier, drag pull straps
NVGs.
Don't work.
Oh, someone says I know the answer. I know so many answers though. That doesn't narrow it down for me.
So I'm gonna make a I don't know if it's gonna be it's not a hot take. It was just a thought.
Warm take.
Lukewarm. Everybody's like, dead guys don't talk. Dead guys don't talk. I feel you are only dead when you are out of respawns and you're walking back to fob.
Like when you're wounded, you should be able to say something. Like when you're waiting for your bleed out?
If I'm really wounded and I'm waiting, and a medic's going to come and patch me up and I'm going to get back into the fight, I'm technically, you shoot me in my leg, I should be able to warn my medic, he's over there, be careful.
Okay, here's my counter to that, because that's interesting. I don't disagree. What if I want to shut you up? Can I shoot you again? Can I grenade you? Is there a coup de grace? Like, we played games where if someone was injured and in their bleed out, if you could get to them, you could coup de grace, which is French for...
Is that a dish? Coup de grace?
No. No.
Chocolate dish?
Someone in France. Who runs Nightshade? The Night Stalkers. The Night Stalkers.
Okay, Shadow.
Okay,
Shadow.
Is this someone being funny? Oh, yes, it is someone being funny. I see the full history here. Death. Now I want to look this up.
Coup de grace. But
anyway, but like
yes, there would definitely be a rule in place, like, or as a dead play or a wounded player, let's say you would go down and be wounded. You could crawl your way to safety.
Okay. I mean, that's an interesting mechanic, but I can tell you right now, if I blast you and I know you're wounded, and depending on what that rule is, like, you got to make it accessible.
Right.
Because if not, people will get
It's been a rule for 20 years. Dead people don't talk.
But you're not dead if you're getting healed.
We're not changing it.
But I'm just saying, you're only dead when you're out of lives.
Alex has spoken.
No, it's been that for years.
Hey, I get it. It's an interesting change in a mechanic.
It was
coming in and regenerating at one.
It was, 5 guys. Yeah, you have to wait for 5 guys.
How about the first shot? You can do it, but not the second one.
Again, and I'd be okay that if you were shot, they'd go, but if you're killed with a grenade, you're dead. You lose both of your lives, and you go.
What if you got shot in the mouth?
Oh yeah, depending on where you got hit.
But when you say yell for medic, if I shoot you in the mouth, now I've blown off your jaw, and now you can't speak.
Or if you're shot and you go down, you do the and fall down and you crawl to safety, you're good. But if you go down and you're screaming at your medic and they shoot you again, boom, there's both of your lives. You're done. Go back to fob. You know, there's so many ways, but my whole thing was, if I get shot and I'm able to scream for a medic, I'm able to tell that medic, don't come get me right now. He's hiding behind the barrel.
That's why you gotta flare your
Again,
nostrils.
once you shoot me and I say hit, I'm technically not dead.
So Vulture said he likes the idea. The problem I have is, again, it's all about how complicated is the game for people to understand. What is the opportunity for butthurtedness, I think, is what the legal term is. Like, if
No, it's
someone
called
gets shot and they're
Karen.
in the open, I mean, or chatting, like, I feel like if you do it and then someone's out in the open and they're like, there's guys there, and there's like, what's preventing a smart player from rushing farther into a room, a hallway, a guarded, defended area, getting close enough where they get shot, but not close enough where the other team could coup de grace them, and then being like, okay, I'm down. I'm bleeding out. There's a guy right here. Right here. This is the guy who shot me.
Right.
There's 2 guys in the hallway down there. There's 4 down. Like, already my mind is figuring out a way how to abuse this.
And I would say in that aspect there that if you can get shot again, so now you're double tapping people.
No, you keep shooting them until they're like, "I'm fucking hit."
Yes, that's where I'm leaning, right? Because that shit happens already. Yeah. I'm already hit. Can't you see I'm hit? I can't actually, because you're talking, or you don't have your dead reg out. Like, I think it's an interesting concept. I think it's worthy of discussion. I think it's a great thing for us to bring out and crash out on, because we were actually getting some engagement here, which that's what we're always looking for. How do you police that? That's the concern side. And here's my question to you, Pi. How do you? Is there a way? Let's talk about it. Again, this is my new age hippie shit. This is what I took a leadership course, and now everything's an opportunity in my mind.
Someone let you take a leadership course? God.
Too many rules.
I've taken several, frankly, but
I'm going to do a game where there's 74 pages of rules, and if you don't read them all and can't quote what page they're on, go home.
I'm going to start bringing probably only a wakizashi, because a katana you don't actually need, but I want people to cut their thumb. I want them to put their imprint next to their name to guarantee in a blood signature that they have read the rules. And if they do not follow those rules, any of those rules, seppuku.
Again, my rant came from the other day just being like, if we're trying to do MILSIM, which is military simulation, you know, technically speaking, if a medic can heal me, I'm not dead, I'm wounded.
So, of what you said, and some games do this already, and I like it, is grenades kill 100%.
Yep.
Because what I'm going to do then is, if someone is shot in an area, I will burn a grenade to blast that MNFer out. I'll be like, oh, shut up now, bitch. Boom.
I'm the kind of guy that throws 6 grenades at a friendly just to shut them up.
It's worth it too.
Sorry, Nolan.
You will never hear me ever say that's a bad thing.
I'm not worried about it. I don't really care. Dead men don't talk. You're dead.
And Alex is a traditionalist. And I'll admit, like, again, like, dead men don't talk. That's as old as Airsoft, from my point of view. Uh-oh, what did you
You're not going to change that rule.
No, that was just for our other
Did you say
stream.
if we change that rule, you're going to stop playing Airsoft?
I just gave the link over to the other stream.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
I don't know if that was what he was talking about.
Yes, the most important... You don't know that you're playing a MILSIM game unless people are telling you it's MILSIM. Poto, I don't know if you heard me say it, but, like, when we went to Northern Front... What was the Northern Front we went to? 7? Alex, what are you laughing about?
I finally got the joke.
What joke? The 2 tabs?
No, God. Oh, God, if that's the case. What joke? Because now I'm spinning out about this.
Remember when I this is MILSIM? Like, when you're at Action, I think it was one of your bingo cards. One of your bingo
Wow,
cards.
he's laughing about a joke from 4 years ago.
I actually think longer than that. David, what AMS did we just go to? What number was it? Was it 9? Was it 7? Was it 7? So and this is for Umpoda specifically because we had a contentious relationship with our last event. Bo's briefing was great. I thought it was great. And I'm not saying that to blow sunshine. I'm not saying that to, to make up for anything that I've said in the past. It was great because he wasn't overselling. He was like, this is a game that has Milsim aspects. We are hoping that you will engage with us in what we're trying to create here. We consider this we know some of you consider this, and we consider it as a stepping stone to some of the larger Milsim events. That's cool. Like, this was a different Bo. And in talking to Chris, the field owner of Action Sports, like there were a lot of changes on the back end. And again, our previous experiences, I'm glad I went again, and I'm glad at a distance. I listened and I talked to players, but I didn't really engage with the staff too much.
We listen and we don't judge.
I mean,
that's something
I don't want to make us out to be liars. That was more me. That's consternation on my side, or maybe I just need to go to the bathroom. Either way, like I feel like being judgy is fair, but it's what are you doing with it, and not to shout out other things. I think all of us as players, we can be critical.
I was reading my bingo card.
Oh, you still have
it? Is Alex a pack rat?
That might have been one of the best things we ever did, though.
I can't remember if this was for AMS or if this was for like a Lions Claw game.
What's on it? It's got to be AMS.
Greg Brothers style speech. Cheaters.
Oh no! That's for AMS. Yeah, we didn't do it for
water leftovers. Heat casualty.
That was
Alex
the second year. So that was the second year we went to AMS. Then
Pi, you're confusing me. Are you looking to get a link over to the other full regular stream, or what invite are you looking to get? We're simple.
As we're waiting for Pi. A couple of comments here. Slim, I'm assuming you think I should do bingo for Gag. It's a lot of work, if I'm being honest. It can be funny, but it's also a little disruptive. So, I don't know. We'll see.
And that was meant for one that, a real formation, and you knew kind of. I think maybe that might be for a Third Coast game.
There was a little bit of tongue in cheek. And maybe a little bit of disrespect, if I'm being completely honest. We were going to have fun at other people's expense. Apollo says, dead guys should be a problem, not an advantage. I agree. And I would, if you don't write the rules specifically, I would use it just like I said. I would send someone to get far enough ahead where they couldn't be eliminated, but they could get to a tactical advantage and then just start spouting off where things are.
Not saying that that's not, suicide missions or that or not.
Oh,
that's why you pepper the guy so he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you just grenade everybody.
But he can still toss these.
Pi,
you have a flashbang.
We do guests at times on the channel, Pi. But we don't openly bring people in just because we're live and we can't we can't police live.
A donation would be nice.
I mean, there's already chaos between the three of us. Now, this is highly curated chaos. Like, there's a plan. Again, like I said, Alex starts to laugh about something from 12 years ago. That's on my list. That's literally on my list in my agenda for tonight's podcast. So,
not saying that in the future we couldn't bring you on. If you, but as of right now, we just don't open. And. We do every great once in a while. We will do, like Discord, just, talk about.
Yeah.
If it were my show, Pi, I'd let you on, but I'm just a guy.
I will say also, like, we have done interviews with people to talk about games, and we actually got feedback that we should stop.
Yep.
That we should do our interviews, publish them externally, but like during the stream, we actually lost people
only when Thomas is on here.
Those kind of, it was Thomas. I didn't want to call him out specifically, but
I will.
He's drunk in his new house, so
He's passed out.
Here's the link tree. Here's you can link over
Find the
to
Discord.
Yeah, you can
These
link
guys are
over to
Chatty
both the Minnesota
McChattertons.
Airsoft and Project Echo through that link tree and get onto the Discord. Did you fix your Discord link on your link tree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is fixed now.
So
Evan also brought it up. So
I had like 7 messages like, I can't get in the MA. I'm like, why would you want to? Oh no, I'm playing.
Whoa. Well, and actually a bunch of stuff I told Evan.
I'm already there.
These are the things that happen in Project Echo's Discord. Make this happen in ours. So now I think we.
I see the alerts. You know, I got the alert.
Now my Discord's just beep 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 all the time. Mostly that's for the Fansly site. But okay, I'm just trying to look. Do you think your AirCon will do interviews before it or during it again?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say yes. What we're gonna do, the content, we haven't really talked about it yet. I think we still have videos we didn't publish yet from last year. I think we want to do something no matter what.
Or do remind me. I said don't remind me, but do remind me.
Yeah. I think so. I think there's a big opportunity, and I think it also can be some engagement. Whether or not we just had kind of maybe even had a live chat that people could jump into all day for people who couldn't attend.
We should have a microphone. You know, like people could say something about Airsoft or something.
Actually,
that, you know, like,
other than curating language, that's the only thing I'd be worried about.
Right.
I did like the whiteboard every year.
Like there's so many things we do, and sometimes some things really catch on, and some things are total wastes of time. So I think my big focus for this year, site notwithstanding, because I still have to reach out to the site person, David, is we're going to be really looking at some larger. I don't even want to say vendors. I want to say manufacturers.
Yeah, I believe that my whole thought is after we get back from Starburst, after we do an AAR, and we open it up to the community to give their ideas on what they want to see, and that'll be November. Plenty of time for us to plan, for things. So they have ideas on what they want to see.
I feel like, and we've already talked about this, you'll probably start to see us even before
Starburst.
We're going to reach out to, like, I would love to see if we could get KWA out. I'd love to see if we could get, who I'd like, Wolverine, I bet you would come out.
Oh, yeah, 100%. John.
Yeah, John, if you're still listening, like, I think we could get them to come out. Who else was I thinking about? You know what? I'd love to see G&G come out. Like, G&G doesn't, like, they're at SHOT Show, but they're there.
I would love to see a guy who makes, aftermarket parts for XFOG come out.
With the guy who makes Egg Fogs. We'll put you next to each other.
Oh, God, yeah, that would.
In fact, we could do a clinic around it, and you guys could do builds. All right, write that down, somebody. Like, we could do a workshop.
We don't need to write it down. These are recorded.
Recorded?
The live streams are recorded, so we have a record.
What? People can rewatch this?
Yes.
Where can they? No, I'm just kidding.
They can rewatch it on the Minnesota Airsoft Association and Project Echo's YouTube channel.
Yeah, like Aaron usually comes out. Tyler, we'd love to have. Like, I would love to have more Like, again, guys like to buy stuff. I get it. Guys like to buy stuff. I don't care. I never get to buy anything. Like the used aspect, like buying used stuff, is always an aspect of our cons. I would love for some manufacturers, big, small. I really want to try to get a comms person out. We're gonna have a mesh person out. We're gonna talk mesh. So like, yes, I want it to be. I want more things for people to do than just buy. I've always wanted that. Like the years we did classrooms, like I used to do, and it wasn't just me. Other people volunteered to do clinics.
History of Airsoft. I have fond memories of that class.
I lost my video, and I did find my outline though. I did find my outline, Alex.
I forgot. He did confirm already that he's coming. Yeah.
Damn straight. Here's the thing: because you're from Florida and this is going to be in March in Minnesota, if it's really crap weather, we'll let you know if you shouldn't come.
No, we're gonna go take him. We're gonna go take him ice fishing, or at least drive across the lake.
Fishing.
Or at least go drive across the lake. I don't know what your experiences in the north is in winter, but That's okay. I'm going to Florida in December, so he can come here in March.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go down to the Mir game, right?
Yeah, I got to talk to somebody else. That's you want to go? Well, I got to talk to somebody about possibly shipping my tote to his house and him coming up to the game too. And I'm just gonna fly. Oh, okay. Because I think he should come to that game too. I think that'd be a good, especially if he hasn't.
What?
That works for me because
it's.
Yeah, I looked over chat. I'm expecting it to be hot. I'm expecting to have a reprieve in December. But we're gonna treat it as a little weekend vacation with an airsoft game in the middle of it.
Well, Alex, how you feeling? You feeling okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to play this weekend.
Yeah, let's talk about that real brief because we're going to start closing down, guys. It's getting close to the 9. It is 9.
I'm going to play this weekend.
Yeah, who's
Tell me
playing
where to
this
go.
weekend and where? Where do you want to see David and Alex? David has some parameters that he's got to be working within, but
I think I'm going to go out Saturday. If not, I'll go out Sunday for sure. I think. I don't know.
Where are you thinking?
Yeah, where are you thinking, Alex?
I don't know. Like, I was on an itch to actually drive down to Action Sports. I was thinking about doing that, but
yeah, I think they just have open sessions. They don't Contract Wars is the next big thing they got going on, and that's that's August 15th.
Oh,
what's the leadership?
The same day as Legend.
Yes, which is the same thing as Legends of the Valley Expedition Alpha.
I don't know. Like I said, I want to go out and play. I'm just not sure where I want to go, and I don't know.
Well, here's the thing I'll say, Alex. I know that you don't always enjoy it, but people want to see you. People want to meet you. People want to, shake your hand. So
not the other weekend.
Apollo, what's available this weekend? Everyone has open sessions this weekend. We were saying this earlier in the stream. The end of July is more. We're just kind of coasting through the end of July.
I would play Twin Cities Airsoft if I would spend my whole time on containers and mayhem.
If they let me throw, if they let me throw MK5.
Those are the only two fields I like. I would play those fields. I would get a personal, I would rent the field for myself, just to play with myself, just for those two fields.
Whoa.
Because I just want to take a ref for my own self. So
yeah, there are no larger events that I'm aware of in the Midwest. I'm trying to think of even if actually. So I saw something pop for Nebraska. I think we're in an on weekend for Central City in Iowa. No, last weekend was their on weekend.
Last weekend was this last weekend was the Mir game. I saw that.
Did anybody go to that game in the
Airsoft
chat?
Alphons did.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't even know who.
You don't know who Airsoft Alphonse is?
No, and I don't care.
But it's just okay.
Is he best friends with Jet the Desert Fox?
Yes.
Because if he is, then maybe I'll consider.
Jet's been putting out a lot more content because it's summer for him too. But
I haven't seen any
content. What?
I should probably follow him or something.
That might be the reason. There's a thing called. It's so guys.
I did hear something that Jet the Desert Fox decided to block Alex from his,
after that fanboy show. I'm not surprised.
Dude, it wasn't that. He's got our card.
Did we give him a patch too? I don't remember.
No, we didn't. I told him he couldn't have one.
He wasn't. Maybe next time if he was cooler.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot again this weekend. That's it. So, guys, at 9:30, my brain dump from batteries not included 7 from Crossfire will pop up. I didn't rewatch it.
No.
I just
dumped it,
compressed it, and put some flags on it, and I posted it. So it might be a hot mess. And I'll be honest, I know I was struggling to think of something. I really talked about why I was bummed out that no one went to BNI. And then I think I talked about a couple other things, but I don't
Talk
remember.
about your pie, your banana cream pie.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I should have, 'cause it was pretty good.
How was Nelson's? Did you like it?
Oh, we always like Nelson. We're
You
pretty.
go there.
We're pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
kind of
if we
kind of a
play
regular thing.
Crossfire, that's where we
That's
go.
half the reason to go to Crossfire.
Yeah,
for
that's
us is
the
to
only
go to
reason why we
Nelson's.
go to Crossfire.
For
the pie.
for breakfast or for dinner. The prime rib and then pie afterwards is totally
Their bakery is
an
just
old
phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty stupid. I try not to go into the bakery anymore because I make mistakes. But you also do how to get into Airsoft Workshop, where you can try it. Where do you get starting gear? You know,
I will
we've been
say
talking
that
about-
depending on what happens with some tours, there is the possibility for things, you know. But again, we got to find the right people.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna do a shout out quick to Amped Airsoft because I was playing around and I went on their website and they had a really good they had a really good explanation of like, hey, getting into HPA.
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know, like,
their videos.
What?
Yeah, their
No,
videos are
it's
good.
it's just a big explanation. You know, like just a big thing is saying like, if you're gonna get into HPA, like here's the steps of getting or what you should get. You know,
they
and
sell
just
so much of the components, it really behooves
and
them
like
to
they were
have it.
pretty much like basic, you know, like basically setting it up for you to be successful. Like here's the cheapest route, you know, and like, and if you're gonna go HPA, you know, like go the cheapest route. It's gonna last you forever. You know, like me, you, Gabe, freaking some of us, our fusion engines are older than people's gun. They are older than players. Like I've been using mine when I so I had a Gorilla FCU in mine, and that does a count of how many shots, and I must have had like, God, I think 700,000 shots, and I was like within like 3 years.
Jeez.
3 years of using it, and then I for some weird reason I didn't like it. Yeah, it didn't like shoot. So I went back to my original FCU. So God only knows how many rounds have been through mine.
Oh shit.
And the only thing I ever did was clean it. But anyways, getting back to Amp, if you guys go to Amped Airsoft, go on their website. It says like I think it's like getting into like HPA ? You know, and then it'll tell you everything that you should like look into or what you should get or what, you know, like, or what kind of player you want to be. So look into that, guys.
There you go. Apollo asks another question. Anyone remember when is the new indoor field opening? There is no date. There is no official date. Just keep watching their Facebook page, or Project Echo Airsoft or Minnesota Airsoft Association has been sharing their posts as well. They are still building. The point is that it's open for fall. So once there's a date, everyone will know it. We'll spread it as well. But right now, there is no official date for indoor airsoft, which is in Hutchinson, Minnesota. For those that don't know, we should have a new indoor field at that time. And I don't have the things like the specs of like how big it is, but they have been posting some of that. So there are more details. And when we get closer, and when there's something actually to see, we'll do a deeper dive.
So I just got a message from an unnamed person that may or may not have leaked Blue Team's plans for GAG to me, and it was they plan on loading their launcher canisters with a bunch of paintballs to shoot at the red team. I will say that the whistleblower may or may not be their general, but you know.
This is where we are, July 22nd, 2026, and the shit talk has officially started.
Oh God, it's been going for
Perfect. See?
Public shit talking.
Yeah, public shit talking will definitely be a thing.
It's all downhill from now, and I apologize.
It's gonna be fun, guys.
No, it'll be good. It's good. It'll be good content.
We're trying to take, knowing that the Night Stalkers and Southern Minnesota are the two opposite sides, with the MAA and Project Echo kind of being in there helping. So it's, you know, the four I would have to say the four biggest known entities truly in right now, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. But we set out in the beginning to say, hey, we're going to make this fun for everybody. We're going to make this an experience. We're going to make this something more than every other year. And Red's going to dominate. I hope so. And yes, but we want to make it
Sounds like
something
a BB
on and
Fest.
above.
Oh, we're red.
It
Okay.
sounds like a BB Fest where 25 people are going to be playing and 75 are just going to be running around.
I bleed BBs.
I mean, that's a new patch. Vulture just asked, like, what do we want to do both with the stream and what are we all trying to do personally? I don't know that we have a grand plan.
We don't have any plan. We're just doing this for fun.
And that is always going to be our fundamental core belief, is we're just doing this for fun. And the second this isn't fun anymore, you'll notice.
A lot of it's got to do with the people. I mean, when you guys respond to us and talk to us and ask us stuff and instigate stuff, it's fun to like respond and that or give you guys help. Like, again, I've been with HPA guns my whole airsoft career, and that's something I stand behind. And I want to help people get into that. I want to help people buy something and be successful. But yes, what does it say? Just hanging out and having fun. Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go up a couple and read some of Vulture's other posts, because like he brings up a point, and I don't want to crash out on it now because it could take all night. We are going to have goals, but the goals are always going to be community driven, not us driven. Like I said, I don't want to run a game because what's in it for me. It's because I already know the work that's involved in some of that. And I don't know that I'm willing to do that because I don't find that fun anymore. I love helping run games, though.
Yeah,
I love watching. I love helping players. Like, and Alex and I are both very verbal. That's why I asked the question about how do you like your refs. We're both very verbal refs, not only to the players but to the staff. Like, if we see something's going wrong, we're gonna say something about it. So, like. And David, that's one of the reasons David and us get along so well, is David's also in this for the community. Now, he also has some, like, he is fearless. That's the word I'm going to use. He is fearless in, like, getting sponsors. But that's because that's for the community. Like, we get more attention, more, eyes. Now things like a game, like a MinSoc where we had good prizes, well, now that's more possible because we have connections. Now, that's also going to dry up if we do it too often. But so if we have goals, they'll all be around the community and what benefits. Now, when we get to 1,000 subs subscribers and the subs all go, you guys should run a game. That's what we want. Okay. Like maybe we'll try it then.
You've heard it here first. When both channels hit 1,000 subs, we will run a game.
You guys can.
Oh no, you're gonna be de facto involved.
Yeah. So you heard it here. We need 700 more subs.
As long as I get to be a player ref, I'm in.
Yes, you. I done hereby. You are a player ref.
I knew it. That's
he was only salty. He's only salty about player refs because nobody's asked him to be a player ref. That's the
really
whole deal. It's all jelly. Jelly.
My turn. When's gonna be my turn?
I knew it. When's it gonna be my turn?
I want to do something where I'm like vaguely, like just vulgar, you're just cheating, and they're like, "Hey, like you can't do that." I'll be like, "I'm a player ref."
like that AMS game with the other side. I'm a player ref. Oh, really? You're a player ref who's cheating? I know the owners. Really? Okay. Sorry.
I will say about the whole thing that Vulture was saying. I would say goals. My goal is always to make con the best, and whatever we do up to plus, yes, the fact of. But again, that in turn, that's part of being able to go to SHOT Show, is to be able to get those connections to make 100% the con better.
We've said this multiple times. The goal for this year has always been to get us into SHOT from our social medias. We're there, probably. I'm feeling confident.
Well, we're there regardless. I got a hotel already.
We're gonna go. I got a hotel already. We're gonna go either way.
Got a hotel. I gotta go
as the Minnesota Airsoft Association. But like that's a very short-term goal. 1 year is a short-term goal. I'd love, like, we haven't talked about our 2027 goals, but part of what David just said is we want con to be bigger. We want it to be better. We really want to bring more national to the local.
International.
Game organizers, manufacturers, Thailand. That's why I wanted that
Tokyo
Thailand. Nobody
Maru.
wanted.
Tokyo Maru shows up with their booth.
Tokyo Marui is never gonna show up, but we could get G&G. Wonder if we could get Vega to show. No, never mind. He's too.
I want E-Shooter to show up.
I wonder if we could. So here's the interesting thing. E-Shooter is MOS.
Well, in the U.S. Like, in the U.S.
Yeah.
E-Shooter,
but I'm saying
MOS is their distributor here, but yes.
We could. Well, we wonder if we get MOS to show up.
I'm about 60% sure I can.
I think it sucks. We could have talked to all those guys, and we didn't.
We did talk to the guys at MOS were super cool. Once once they realized we weren't going to buy anything from them. Once they realized as a player we had already bought all their shit. So again, we will have goals, but we honestly, guys, we're doing this for fun, as already said. But if you guys have things, we always say, what do you guys think we should talk about next? What do you if there's things you think we should dive into, maybe we'll tell you to get bent, but maybe we'll say, hey, that's a great idea, or maybe we're not ready yet, but that's a goal we can add to our list. So we're always looking for your feedback and your input, guys. I will say again,
you only miss the shots you don't take.
There's a way to ask for things. There's a way to give feedback. There's a way to, all that, but we're pretty cool. And I don't mean that in the we're pretty cool, because we are. I mean more in the sense of give us your wackadoodle ideas. I hate it when Gabe looks so handsome. Sorry. But give us your feedback. We want to know.
You should be wearing more Hawaiian shirts.
Wait, don't start. I will wear more Hawaiian shirts. My Ren Spooners, which I have 66 Ren Spooner shirts. They all start at about $150 a piece, and those are the more standard ones.
They're made in a sweatshop in China.
They're all made. No, they're made in a sweatshot in Hawaii. Nah,
which is practically like Japan.
Apollo, you don't have enough sway yet. You need to increase your pull before you can make requests like that.
And again, we do want to run games, but we want to have a goal. We want to be at a level where when we run a game, we're going to give the best game possible.
Yeah. Which I think is why we've been supplementing other people's games.
Mm-hmm.
We want existing games to succeed. And
we're
I think
supplementing those games so we can steal their ideas.
That's really
no. I'm waiting to see the next game. That's the stuff that we talked about.
And it might literally it might.
Talked about on Minsock,
we are changing games across the country as we speak.
But what if that happened, Alex? What if the Night Stalkers were like, oh, you know what? We're going to institute a respawn rule by group. You don't have squads. Maybe they do that. We then, based on your conversation, you're starting this conversation, could have enhanced what people are doing. So if we didn't have it as a goal officially, but we have been doing it, which is, again, we're supporting every field at some level with some of their events, whether it be just promotion, whether it be actually reffing, organizing. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing now. And we're not taking it to the next step. We'll see. I'm not ruling anything out. I don't think these guys are ruling anything out. When I'm pointing this way, this is what these guys are on my screen.
Other way for me.
I think we're all interested.
Other way for me, and you got to point down. You got to point down to get us on the short. We're all.
I am pretty much.
You are the top dog
guys, so.
On the short. You are on the vert. You are the top dog, top of the leaderboard.
No, that's based purely on volume.
Hi, Gabe.
Stop looking up there. I'm not wearing pants.
Oh,
that's always true, guys. I don't wear pants.
I thought it was bigger.
Red short shorts. No, it is. It's a baby pineapple. Okay. It is 9:18, and I think we're going to start to settle down. Alex is not sure where he's going to play, but he wants to play somewhere.
Thinking about it.
David also.
I'm waiting for
people.
some.
Did you read the chat, for crying out loud?
No, I didn't.
Just point everywhere.
How do you get into a chat?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm going to have a stroke. I'm having one right now.
I did.
Chat?
I taste pennies.
We really should do a stream without him one time and see how organized.
Actually,
It'd probably
I bet you
flop.
it's real boring.
It would
It's probably
flop.
going to be real boring.
It would flop.
Hey, chat, do you notice that when Alex gets fired up, his engagement level goes way up?
No, I just stop talking about me.
No.
That's the best part. This is how I get you to shut up, is by talking about you. No, so let's before we start to close down, officially, even though we did the workshop video,
that's
next week is officially our 25th episode.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Whoop whoop indeed. I don't know if what we're gonna do, but it is special to us. It is special, hopefully to some of you. We're happy that we have been able to keep going along pretty consistently.
Happy joy.
We might just, can we make a happy joy airsoft version? Work on that. That could be an AI thing, or it could be copyright infringement. I'm not sure which. Probably both.
Everything we do is copyright infringements.
So next week it will be our 25th episode. Maybe we'll be eating cake. Yeah,
cake eaters.
Cake.
Ooh, ice cream cake.
Ooh, I will buy an ice cream cake for myself to eat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. We'll plan it. We'll play. Yeah. We will all be eating some level of ice cream cake next week. We encourage all of you to get
together one. We're all three of us in the same room eating ice cream cake.
That's really hard.
That's really hard to get. It would have to be a weekend stream because
let's not overcomplicate. We will all eat ice cream cake on our own. We encourage you all to be eating
we'll
some
plan
kind
to be
of
in the
ice
same
cream.
room and some asshat contractor will hit my fiber.
Or my guests are leaving that morning, and I don't know, it might be a madhouse otherwise. All that matters is anniversaries are about ice cream cake.
Dairy Queen ice cream cake?
Whatever you can get, but yeah, I will probably buy the smallest ice cream cake I can get from DQ, and then just be like, well, I got it for the 25th anniversary episode, and now I got to just keep eating it because I've got it.
Actually, eat it all the way to the 50th. Oh, we got to get a 2-tier and take the top tier and put it in the freezer for the 50th.
I don't know if I'm going to empty my freezer for this. Either way, see, now we're talking about ice cream cake, and now people want it.
Now I'm hungry.
So next week is the 25th episode. We're psyched that we've gotten there, that we've been consistent. We haven't had to cancel yet, and it's been fun.
Close.
Yeah. We hope that you all have enjoyed it as well. We hope you will join us next week. Alex, anything you want to close out the night with?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's awesome that you guys listen to us yap and whatever. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Keep it up, and if there's anything you guys want to know, hear, or talk about, don't be shy. Say it. Whether it be here or in comments or directly when you see us at Fields, please come and say hi to us. We really appreciate all the notice. Yeah, not anybody who's ever said hi to me, I usually give them something.
Herpes,
some really good stuff. Nothing.
Jeez.
David, was there anything you'd like to close out the night with?
Community. Like, subscribe, comment. Alex is supposed to add in a part there.
Is it that? That's mine. Yeah, that is trademark Cobra Alex.
There's another sticker. But whether it's here, whether it's Project Echo, over on our Discords, our Instagrams, our Facebooks, our YouTube, our falselies, our our fansly.
I mean, it could be falsies too.
Falsies too. But just remember, Airsoft only survives with community, and you're the community. So,
yeah, well said. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in every week. We hope to see you next week. This is Gabe, Alex, and David from Minnesota Airsoft Association and Project Echo Airsoft on our Wednesday live stream. Be safe out there, guys. We'll see you soon. That's it. Good night.
All your hits.
Bye. Your gun doesn't shoot that far.